All guidance was followed completely during number 10.
In this building on Wednesday, a crucial moment in Boris Johnson's political career. A multi-hour interrogation by the Privileges Committee into whether he misled MPs while Prime Minister.
There was no party and that no COVID rules were broken.
These statements turned out to be false. But did Boris Johnson know that at the time? His team claim not and say he'll be vindicated. Government ministers trying to stay out of the row.
I'm sure Boris Johnson will give a robust defence of himself, and then it will be for the committee to determine the outcome of it.
It's not helpful, is it, though?
Well, this is a process that was initiated by the House of Commons, and of course the House of Commons is entirely at liberty to make whatever decisions it wants to.
So how will it work? An interim committee report said it should have been obvious to Boris Johnson that rules were being broken. The former Prime Minister's defence will be published tomorrow. That's likely to include advice he was given at the time. The committee, which has a majority of Tory MPs on it, will then cross-examine Mr Johnson on Wednesday. They will then decide whether he misled the House and, if so, whether he should be suspended. Any sanction will have to be approved by MPs, and Tories won't be forced to vote one way or the other. Allies of Boris Johnson have spent months trying to discredit the investigation, accusing the chair, the senior Labour MP Harriet Harman, of having already made her mind up and suggesting the Tories on the committee have grudges against the former Prime Minister. It all means that any Commons vote could be a moment where the deep divisions in the Conservative Party are once again opened up for all to see. The inquiry could even cost Boris Johnson his West London seat. If a lengthy suspension is handed down, he may have to fight a by-election to hang on to his place in the Commons. Opposition parties clear which way they'd like that vote to go.
Boris Johnson's days should be numbered. He's a discredited Prime Minister, he's a discredited politician, and he needs to be held to account, just like the whole of the Conservative Party. They supported Boris Johnson to be Prime Minister. They allowed him to lie continually.
Events here on Wednesday will play out as Rishi Sunak puts his Brexit deal to a vote in the Commons for the first time. Drama around Boris Johnson once again obscuring the government's political priorities. Rob Powell, Sky News in Westminster.